The babysitter asked why the cameras only record when I'm home. Megan asked it casually while packing up her things after watching my kids, but the question made my blood run cold. What do you mean they only record when I'm here? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. She showed me the app on her phone that we'd given her access to for emergencies. Look, whenever you leave, all the cameras show is a still image, but the second you come home, they start recording again. I thought you knew. My husband installed our security system 3 years ago after a break-in at our neighbor's house. 8 cameras covered every angle of our property, supposedly recording 24/7 to keep our family safe. But according to Megan, they'd been selectively blind whenever I wasn't around. That night, I tested it myself, leaving my phone hidden and recording in the living room while I pretended to go to the store. When I reviewed the footage, my phone showed my husband entering the room and waving at the security camera, which remained frozen on an image from when I'd left. He moved through the house freely, confident he wasn't being recorded. I contacted the security company, but they insisted our cameras were functioning normally. The log showed continuous recording with no gaps, yet when I had them send me the files, huge chunks were missing whenever I'd been gone. Someone had been deleting footage after the fact, but leaving just enough to avoid suspicion. My sister suggested checking if other smart devices were similarly compromised. Our doorbell camera, baby monitors, even the dashboard cam in my car all showed the same pattern. They only truly functioned when I was present. Someone had been systematically ensuring I could never see what happened in my absence. Private investigator Julia Reeves specialized in digital surveillance and took my case immediately. She discovered sophisticated software installed on our home network that detected my phone's presence and controlled all recording devices accordingly. But this wasn't amateur work. The code was professional grade, requiring expertise my husband definitely didn't possess. Julia's investigation revealed my husband had hired a company called Digital Privacy Solutions to optimize our home network. Their invoice showed charges for selective recording protocols and presence-based security features. When confronted with the evidence, the company admitted they specialized in helping spouses hide activities from each other. The real shock came when Julia recovered deleted footage from cloud backups my husband didn't know existed. For 3 years, he'd been running an illegal gambling operation from our home while I worked. High-stakes poker games in our basement, sports betting rings in our garage, dozens of strangers coming and going. Our children had been exposed to criminals and addicts while I thought they were safely at home with their father. One recovered video showed my 4-year-old son opening the door to a man carrying a gun, while my husband counted money in the background. Another showed my daughter playing alone in the backyard while 20 men gambled in our kitchen. The danger our children had been in made me physically ill. I took the evidence to my lawyer, then the police. They raided our home the next morning while I kept the kids at my mother's house. They found $200,000 in cash hidden in our walls, illegal weapons in our attic, and evidence of money laundering through accounts I didn't know existed. My husband's arrest revealed connections to organized crime I'd never suspected. He'd been using our family as cover for criminal operations, believing his sophisticated surveillance manipulation would keep me ignorant forever. The men he owed money to didn't care that I'd been unaware. We entered witness protection after testifying. The hardest part was explaining to our children why they'd never see their father, friends, or home again. Their entire world vanished because of crimes they didn't understand, committed by a parent they trusted. Megan's innocent question had saved our lives. If she hadn't noticed the camera patterns, I might have continued living in false security while criminals used my home as their headquarters. My husband got 15 years in federal prison, and we got new identities in a new state. 5 years later, we've built a new life with real security and honest relationships. But I still check every camera, test every recording, and verify every system. Trust, once shattered by such elaborate deception, never fully recovers. Sometimes I wonder if my current reality is real, or just another elaborate manipulation I haven't discovered yet. The paranoia is exhausting, but it's better than the dangerous ignorance I lived in for 3 years. Every parent thinks they know what happens in their home when they're gone. I learned that absence doesn't just make the heart grow fonder. Sometimes it makes the truth grow darker, and the people we trust most become strangers wearing familiar faces.